Yo, this phone's about to be recorded, Blue Boy. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, yeah, you can do that.
Uh,
You know,
how you, where you at right now, Blue?
I'm in Almara. I'm in Almara. I just came out the population. They had me locked down for 18 months in IPC, But I'm out now, I've been out for like 90 days now.
Oh, why was you in IPC?
So I got, in December 16, 2023, I came to one of my people's aid, and I got jumped by some kids,
Oh, damn.
So they want they didn't want to have a bigger issue, so they locked me down. And after that, I've been locked down ever since. But I'm back out now. I'm back in population. I've been out here for 90 days already. You know,
Right. How you holding up? How you holding up right now?
I'm doing good, man. I'm around a couple of good brothers. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so your everything is like situated. You got sentenced and all that.
Yeah, I've been sentenced. You would never come to my review in your sentence. I
Right.
got 12 to life.
Damn.
I got 12 to life. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Damn.
it's a heartbreak coming back to this because this is not prison no more. A lot of these kids today don't hold no moral principles or say integrity or honor. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Like, can
You know
you
you
give
gotta.
can you give me an example why it's like that?
Well, listen, let me tell you something. Right? You know what it is? A lot of us fail in teaching these young brothers about prison life, and the etiquette of being in prison. Because at one time we had a whole principle and and like everybody stood their ground, everybody stood in their lane. But today, nobody's teaching these young brothers how to really live in this jail life. You know what I'm saying? And then what makes it worse, you got a lot of young brothers today, even some of the old dudes, but mostly a lot of young kids today want this new douche, saying it's Kate. And then
Right.
that's what makes the prison system terrible. Because a lot of these kids are smoking that shit and just doing crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? That it wasn't even heard of back in the day. You know?
Wow.
They don't have no real guidance no more.
But
The leaders that they used to be, they don't have that no more.
at the same time, I could ask you or tell you that back in the days, weren't people like doing dope? You know what I'm saying? Dog food. Like so, like K2 might be a
Yeah,
little.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But listen, let me tell you something, right? Even when dudes are doing that, a lot of dudes always bring that up. Every time I speak about this type of stuff, a lot of dudes bring that up. Oh, but dudes are doing dope back there and doing coke and all. But listen, let me tell you something. I know mad dope fiend dudes that was in prison with me. But I did 40 years and went home and came back. But when those at that time, even when the dudes was doing that, they still had some principle about what they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They wasn't acting like the way these kids are acting today.
Right.
And I don't mean just all the young kids, because we got a lot of young brothers too that stand up. There's
Right.
some real brothers.
Right.
Like, for example, you got my man lining them up. You got Hicks. You know what I'm saying? He's the brother Hicks from Rochester and line them up from Lower East Side. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Ziggy Ty. You know what I'm saying? You got some good stand-up dudes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Got my man Jungle from Long Island. You know what I'm saying? The Crip. You know what I'm saying? These are all stand-up dudes, and they young. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're young brothers, and they all stand up. They real dudes. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same token, you got a lot of these young kids that's not really have the real following behind them. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
They're not teaching them young kids the right way. like I said, you got a couple brothers that doing that. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just a shame that I have to come back to this and go through this what I'm going through now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just seeing this whole dynamic change drastically to something else. You
Right.
know?
Right. And I want to ask you, whatever happened with old boy that got you this that job?
That's another story. See, uh, everybody's confused with this whole thing too. You know, I just want to get the record straight on that for 1 second. I never worked for Baby Davis. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was part of the job. He he was part there. He had a podcast there too. Anybody can look it up. It's kind of culture. You know, kind of culture in New York. That was he had some material there as well. He had bought some weed there and all that, just like Bobby did. But
Mm-hmm.
I never really worked for him. I worked for somebody else, which I don't want
Oh,
to name because
gotcha.
you know what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
I don't really want to get into that with him. You know, putting his name out there. But a lot of people was saying that, oh, he's crying about that Baby Davis ain't doing nothing for him, but Baby Davis is in jail. Nah, I'm not crying about none of that.
Right.
I'm just speaking the facts.
Right.
The people that I was working for, they employed me to work in the weed dispensary. Them people they ain't doing nothing for me. You know, that's my issue. You
Right.
can't give your word to somebody and tell them, yo, if anything go down, I'm there for you. And then when the situation transforms to something bad, all of a sudden now you just forget about the person. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I never, you know, I'm not crying about none of that because my loyalty is my loyalty. When I tell somebody I'm loyal to you, I'm gonna ride with you all the way to him. 10 toes in, all in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of people don't realize that when you tell that, these dudes today don't have no loyalty. And that's it took me this to really understand that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
So,
Damn.
even my wife, she's not even with me no more.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? She couldn't even last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But, another one, she couldn't be loyal. She dropped out. She
Right.
couldn't she couldn't fix that 12 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that's
But
still
it's
blue.
what it
Like,
is. You know what I'm saying?
but 12 years is a lot too. Like you said, 12 years is a lot to be loyal with. You know.
Yeah, but listen,
Yeah.
when you get like going into that, I never asked nobody to be the only one I asked to be there for me was my wife. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I
Right.
never asked them other people to do nothing. I told them, listen, set me out with a little bit of bread and I'm good. Because I knew what I was getting into. It
Right.
wasn't like I was blind to what I was getting into. I should never been there in the first place. But that's here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My thing is that, you know, I asked for, I told them, set me out for this, and you don't have to do nothing for me. I take care of I do my bid the way I do it. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
But that was it. They never took care of that. And then now dealing with my wife, listen, she understood what she was getting into when she started dealing with me. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you wasn't ready for that, you should never took the vows. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the reality of it. She took the vows. She should have stood there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, everybody ain't ready for this type of thing.
Right.
And I understand. I let her go when she started complaining. I said, "Guys, go live your life." You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't want nobody to ever feel I'm holding them locked in with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want, I don't want my. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You think like like now that you're up north and all that, you think you could kind of change your mindset differently than last bid?
my mindset is already changing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but you got to remember something. Everybody keeps forgetting this. I did 40 years in prison. This is all I knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be let out to the street with the mindset of prison, I was still in prison even when I was in the street.
I
You know what
got.
I'm saying? Because every night when I was walking through the streets, the lights in the street, when they came on, I always felt I was back in the prison yard. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's the reality of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, but you know, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to change all the way drastically. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But hopefully now I have an opportunity to do certain things and hopefully get back out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Nah. You know. Like I said, like you know, I see the young bro Stacks. You know, you know, like I know he praying for you and you know wishing you for the best outcome that he could do, and he reached out. And like I said, I saw Bobby yesterday, and then we shouted you out too. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate all that, you know.
Yeah.
It's what it is. Like I said, we definitely I'm working on a few things right now. My man Icon, he's working on a book situation with me. And I got this brother from Long Island. We about to do a magazine thing. So I got a few things in the mix right now. So hopefully things will work out, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'll support
'Cause
whatever you know what I mean. Whatever I could do, I'll support that too as well. You heard?
yeah, I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? You know, I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate, listen, I could never cry about the people that looked out for me when I went home.
Yeah.
They did a lot of things for me.
Right.
I had a lot of people, I had a lot of support out there when I first went home. You know, and I appreciate everything everybody did, you know what I'm saying? You know, but at the same token, like I said, you know, I'm not mad at nobody but the people that were supposed to be there for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That, you know, I was working for. That's it. You know? I just seen Baby Davis on Fox the other day. You know?
You
I
you
had to
you,
laugh.
you saw what you cut off?
Now I said, I've seen Baby Davis on the TV show Force.
Oh, you did?
You know, Power.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, with Tommy.
Yeah.
I seen him. I had to laugh. I said, yo, you know, this big guy right here talking all this tough guy shit. You
Oh
know,
man.
yeah, he's funny. Yeah,
Oh
he's funny.
man.
Yeah,
Damn,
but
man.
you know, it's nice seeing him there. I was supposed to do something with him. You know what I'm saying? On that. But I
Okay.
never got a chance to do it. My PO wasn't trying to let me go to Chicago. You
Right.
know?
Right. Right. Right.
But,
Yeah,
like
man.
I said, man,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, whatever you help out with, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I definitely appreciate anybody that help me, man.
Yes,
I
sir,
don't,
boo. Like I said,
I
I
don't,
got you whatever I can, you heard?
Hey, yo, Blue.
yeah,
Before you go, man,
yeah,
I wanted Tiger to ask you something that he asked Schmurder last night, because everybody wants your
yeah.
opinion, being one of the last reputable OGs from New York that we all look up to. Tiger, could you ask him about the Hocus thing?
Oh yeah. What you think about the right now? Hocus has the movement, drop your flag movement. You heard? And you know, there's like people like kind of both sides to the coin about that. What do you think about that? Dropping your flag?
Listen, right? When you, this is my thing about that, right? And, and and I'm not, you know, not to disrespect anybody or not to downgrade anybody's opinion or their outlook or whatever. My thing is this: when dudes took the oath to this, instead of dropping their flag, they're supposed to stand up and try to teach and show the right way of
Mm-hmm.
what that flag stands for, what we mean with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not dropping mine. It's too late for that. Even when this is what I try to explain this to somebody. Even when you do that, people people will always like be enemies to you. Because I thought the people you did things to when you was flagging that flag.
Right.
You think they forgot about that? You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's not it's a positive change. If that's what you really want to do, then go do that. I'm not knocking you for that. You know what I'm saying, but everybody got their own point of views about that. You know, I just feel like I'm too old to be dropping mines now. I've
Right.
already been in this too long for me to just. That's like I've been trying to explain to you about motorcycle dudes in the motorcycle club, like the Banditos or the Mongos. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing this
You have 1 minute
all the
left.
way to their 70s. All the way to their 70s. So how you want them to drop their shit? You
Right.
know?
Right.
But I'm not knocking it. If it's going to be for a positive goal,
Yeah.
then do that.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right.
You know? But you can do positive flagging your flag too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or, you can say that to them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But listen, they're about to cut us off. I appreciate you.
I
And
appreciate
I
you,
thank
Blue
you
Boy.
for the
Like I said,
opportunity.
keep your head up, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep in contact with Stacks, and I got you, you heard?
Yeah, definitely, man. Stay up, man. Stay safe out there. And my salute to all the real boys out there. The
Right.
real ones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Roland!
Curious. Goodbye.
Yo.
Yo, you
Yo,
had to throw
Stacks.
that rolling in there, man. I
Yeah.
ain't got.
Yeah, like I said, you still recorded. Like I said, Stacks, yo, I
Okay.
appreciate you, brother. And like I said, let's
Oh
keep
yeah.
in contact. And like I said, I appreciate everything you did for me, bro. That's a good alley oop, you heard?
Hey man, I was glad to see that even though Bobby and Blue ain't speak to each other in a while, their answer was almost the exact same. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an honorable way to go about that thing. You know what I mean, Tiger?
Right.
You got homeboys that lost their life for the set. Blue is my daughter godfather. He doing 12 to life. My older brother doing 48 years. So
Damn.
I was born into this shit. I would never drop my flag, but it's a way to lead the little homies into a better path, man. Like Bobby was saying, make it mandatory for them homeboys to go to school, have money in their pockets, do positive shit, build with brothers like you. You know what I mean? So we
Right.
just want to change the narrative, man. We support the brother Hocus 4/5. Shout out to him and what he doing. We
Yes.
just going a different approach with it. That's all.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I appreciate you. And like I said, let's keep in touch, man. You heard?
Most definitely. I'm gonna swing by, man. We knocked out a little interview, man, about some things we got going on, man, and we gonna
Right.
support you and whatever you do, my brother. You the
Thank you,
number
brother.
one dude out here in the streets, in
Thank
the
you,
real
brother.
New York City streets. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
Or much love, my brother. We'll chop it up soon. All
Yes, sir. All right, Stacks.
right, man. Peace.
One.